They met on horseback, fell in love, and turned their passion into a business. That's the Kinder Cowboy, coming up on We're No Damn Experts, where you'll also discover how to create your own Great Falls Western adventure.
Best damn podcast, the best damn town. You want to get up, get ready to get down. With its big wide sky and the wild river Thames, if you want to go, we can take you there to Great Falls, Montana.
Welcome to the greatest damn town in Montana, Great Falls. I'm Rebecca Ingham.
I'm Shannon Newth,
and we're No Damn Experts. Before we get started, I got to share. I noticed your earrings before we got started. I got new earrings today.
Hey. From Quinn?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it was a random
earrings.
find.
Yeah.
I went to smell some scents for candles, which we'll explain that a little bit later. And the place I went to smell them had some earrings for sale. So I'm like,
Oh, hey.
they're from Fairfield.
Nice.
Okay, that was it.
And for those who can't see, the earrings I have on, Rebecca and I ended up with the same earrings, and they were made by Quinn Kuka, who has been on our podcast before. Yeah. And they've got kind of the traditional kind of Pendleton design on them. So there's that. Thanks, Quinn.
She fell in love with my earrings, and she had to have some.
It's true. I did. I messaged Quinn. Now every time I see Quinn, she's like, hey, I have more designs for you.
Perfect. So what do we have in store today besides my new earrings?
Yeah, besides your earrings, yes. One of my favorite topics, horses.
I'm
really excited. Yes, we have the Kinder Cowboy himself, Gabriel, and we have Taylor in studio with us today to talk all things horses and more.
So for those of you listening, before we dig into your stories, we've not had a place for people to ride horses in our community.
Yeah.
It's a big of a challenge. And then listeners, a few months ago, weeks ago, months, I don't remember when, but recently, these people graced my presence and said, hey, we provide horse riding. So before we get into all of that, tell us your story. Tell us why you're here, where you came from, how you are together in this venture, and how long you've been in the Great Falls market, all the fun things. Your backstory.
Well,
don't all talk at once.
Okay.
We met at Rocky Mountain Treatment Center.
Nice.
I applied and got the job as the equine assistant there, and cool. Gabriel was on the owner's private payroll, but he was helping with the horses.
Okay.
So that was how we met. We met in the equine program there.
Could you just real quick talk about what the treatment center is in the equine program?
Yeah, so the Rocky Mountain Treatment Center is an inpatient drug and alcohol treatment center, and they have an equine therapy component that is attached to their treatment center.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So they do a lot of...
Didn't know any of this.
Yeah. Yeah. So they do a lot of good stuff out there. There's a lot of correlations between how horses work and how they work with other people and other horses. So they relate a lot of that stuff through addiction and also like... I guess communication styles and even like coping mechanisms and stuff like that. You can find a lot of the same kind of things there and kind of discover some insight. And then it's just a good thing for a lot of people. I guess some people go there and they've never seen a horse before and they don't know why they went to a place that had horses. They're terrified of horses, don't want to have anything to do with horses. And by the time they leave, they're just loving on every horse that they can get their hands on.
That's really neat.
It's pretty cool. And then there's your typical Montanan that'll go through that. It's like, I've been on horses my whole life. I know all there is to know of horses. And then they discover like this whole other aspect to it. And they kind of come away with a different point of view. So it's been pretty cool just to be a part of that and watch people grow through that. And yeah, that's definitely where we met. And we were basically just getting paid to ride broke horses and take care of the clients, keep clients safe when they came out. But
outside of that, we exercised the horses.
Okay.
So we got to go ride in what we call the Enchanted Forest.
Nice.
Outside of like the groups with the clients.
Yeah.
And
did you guys name it the Enchanted Forest, or is that like a
we
common?
Named
okay,
it.
Enchanted Forest. It's your Enchanted Forest. Perfect. I love it.
It's like a cool little wooded area that's kind of across from where the ranch is.
Nice.
We're just basically riding horses together 8 hours a day. And then they were like, don't go falling in love. We were like,
well,
yeah, all right.
That didn't work out.
Well, if you're riding horses in an enchanted forest, I mean, that's basically a Disney princess
movie.
story.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It got kind of dirty for a second there, though. Gabriel kind of stole my job.
Yeah, a little bit.
So kind of a fun, I don't know, climax tragedy of the story.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, we need the drama in every Disney
Yeah,
story.
as long as it ends well, right?
He switched to the equine program.
Okay.
And then they were like, oh, hey, we don't have it in the budget for 2 trainers. So I will pay you through the week and you're done. Take your stuff and
Oh,
go home. And I was absolutely devastated.
yeah.
And after that, any job was absolutely repulsive if I wasn't working with horses.
Yeah.
It just ruined you.
Mhm.
And then that was why we decided to start the Kinder Cowboy.
Wow.
And that was kind of a weird story, too.
She promised me if I gave her a life of horses that she'd stay with me
That is
forever.
so not true.
That's
That is not
That's what
true.
she said.
That is
what she
not what
said.
happened.
I mean, that does sound like
What are the words
Disney
you
story.
use?
Yeah.
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 I told him we weren't in a relationship. He's like, what relationship? I'm like, what relationship? What are you talking about?
Everybody's in a relationship.
But what about our
We're in a
rides in the
relationship.
forest?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. But
So, okay, do you still work at the treatment center as
No.
well?
No,
Okay.
we're full time.
Okay.
So when we first started, it was actually the neighbor to the ranch reached out and wanted 25 horses trained and sold. She's an older lady and
That's
just
a
couldn't do
lot.
it anymore. And she had all these horses she used to breed. It's a Tamarack Arabians.
Mm-hmm.
And,
And Arabians are spicy too.
Yeah.
you know, we actually really love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not for everyone.
Right.
People either love them or hate them. And around here, most people hate them.
Which is
But the people who
unfortunate.
do love them really
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah.
But
I meant
anyways,
spicy in a good way. They're just not the docile
I
quarter
mean,
horse.
it depends. Some
Yeah.
of them are spicy and some of them are real quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they're like the best horses,
Yeah.
actually.
So you had 25 Arabians to train.
Yep.
Okay.
And so we,
Well, 17. She wanted to keep 8. So
Yeah.
she got a hold of it. She's like 85 when she gets a hold of us. And she's like, it's just getting to be a little bit much to take care of. And she does it all on her own. Like she does.
My gosh.
Yeah. So
That's amazing.
yeah.
pretty unreal story there.
But that was kind of like, he was working at Rocky still. And I started going out there and doing the groundwork with them and stuff during the day. And then he would come over and put the first rides on them if it was like, looking kind of hairy. And that was kind of how it started. And then we sold a horse, one of them, and we sold it to a very timid girl. And she needed some riding. I mean, I had like 5 rides on this horse.
Yeah.
And we were like, she needs to do some lessons.
Yeah.
And so then we helped her finish her horse. And that was how the
That's
dedicated
cool.
rider program started. And that's actually probably still my favorite lesson kid we've ever had. She was awesome.
Well, that's
That's
nice.
really neat.
Because sometimes we hear like, we can't stand the people who we got to teach how to ride a horse.
I mean, there's definitely that too, if I'm being real honest with you. I am all about firing clients.
That's
Gabriel
the beauty
is
of
not,
having your own
though.
business. Yeah.
We're good yin and yang there.
Yeah.
We really are. I'm
Yeah.
like boundaries and like, no, we're not putting up with this. And Gabriel's like, no, let me help you.
You're doing great.
Sounds like me and my husband,
Let's
except
just
the other way
try
around.
it one more
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you almost got it.
So that was your first venture kind of outside of the treatment center was
Yep.
training these horses.
So
Okay.
he was still working there and I was doing the training and the lessons and like, we did it all together, but like I would do the training during the day and then we had lessons when he got off work because we wanted to do them together. It's a lot easier with 2 people.
Yeah.
And then we ended up like actually it was becoming a more regular thing.
Yeah.
And so then we started the LLC and then we finally got brave enough. Actually, Gabriel got hurt. Gabriel got hurt.
Forced bravery.
Oh, we
Yeah,
both
for
got
sure.
hurt. It was awful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This was a horse of our own.
Mm.
And I'm kind of a Mustang racist now because of it. So we went to California and got this beautiful horse that was supposed to be much bigger and much more trained than it was advertised to be. But after we drove all the way there to get the horse,
Mhm.
Yeah.
we bought the horse and brought it back. And months later, he ended up hurting us both within like 5 minutes. He bucked him off and like lawn darted him and screwed up his shoulder. Like his arm was just dangling. And I'm like on my horse, and I was on a good horse, just, getting him some exercise or whatever. And he's like, I'm like, do you want me to help you or do you want me to go catch the horse? And he was like, no, go get him. Like holding his arm, rolling around on the ground. And I'm like trotting away from him on my horse. And I'm like, I feel really bad leaving you right now. Anyways, I get to the other horse and he's a hard catch, right? I mean, he was doing great. It was actually crazy that he just blew out of nowhere. And we get the horse and I'm like, here, you take my good horse and I'll take the a-hole. And I'm like holding him and I was like I'm like, are you okay? I'm like looking at him and the horse spooked again and jerked me off flagpoled me. And when I landed on my elbow and I fractured it and tore every tendon, everything completely off. And
do you still
this is
have
kind of
the horse?
No, we don't. No.
I was gonna say.
No, that
they
one
usually
was
don't last after that.
No. And then he kicked me after that.
Yeah.
Finished it up.
Just for good measure.
Yeah,
this is like probably not what we should be talking about on here. But we get after this happens, he's like comes up to me and I just grabbed my arm and like put it on my abdomen and I mean it hurt and it crunched and I didn't know what it was. And he's like, is it broken? And I was like, I don't know. It's not good. I've never broke like something like that before, so I wasn't sure. He hands me my horse again and he goes running after the Mustang and I'm like walking back to the trailer and I mean the vision's getting dark and blurry and I'm like trying not to vomit and I'm like, Whiskey, my horse. I'm like, please be good. Don't do anything bad because you're just going to kill me if you do. And we both met at the trailer with the horses and like both of us were like, thank God, like when we saw each other. And then he loaded them up. I got in the truck and that was it. I was useless after that. And he unloaded those horses, unsaddled them, put them in all the way. And then we had to go to the hospital. And we got
beds side by side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And we got
the whole way through.
Oh, it gets better. So we got there. We got
Disney
X-rays and everything, and we got matching slings.
Enchanted Hospital.
We each had our left arm, and then we had our MRI and Helena together on the same day. And,
what a sweet step in your
people
story.
would always they would see us and they'd be like, what's going on with this?
What's going on? Why do you guys have matching slings? And we're like, you know what? Don't judge me.
We're just trying to raise awareness for tennis elbow.
It's really a bonding experience.
Oh gosh, that was not fun. He got through it a lot quicker than I did. I couldn't like do anything. My arm, I couldn't even unbutton my pants to pee.
Oh my gosh.
It was awful. I couldn't like cut my own steak. Like, it was rough, like 3 months.
Oof.
My mom had her wrist break and so she came down to visit and she was trying to cut all of her food up and I'm just like, give me your plate. And I just started cutting all her food up for her and giving it back to her like a
He had to learn how to brush my hair and braid it and dress me. It was
it's just an arm.
The makeup. I never got to the makeup.
Oh, man.
No, I did learn how to do so actually one of our clients that we did lessons with did eyelashes. So she did my eyelashes for me.
Nice, so you didn't have to worry about that.
Well, I could really do my makeup at first. I did figure out how to do it with one hand after a while, but yeah.
So you recovered, obviously.
Yeah, we recovered.
You're sling free today.
After that, I was like, I'm done training horses. So Gabriel does all of that now. Okay. I'll do some ground stuff, and I'm always there for like moral support. But that's all Gabriel. He's reckless.
So after that, we switched into like a lot more lessons. We took on a lot more lesson clients. And everything that we do, like we aim towards trail riding. We're not the right folks to teach how to rope or barrel race or any of that stuff. We've got the friends. We can definitely point you in the right direction, but we're all about getting out on the trails. And that's like
exploring.
The goal for us. So we started doing the lessons and then getting them to where they were ready for the trails, and then we would go out on the trails and we were like, man, of all this stuff, like the trail rides are the best. Like that's where it's at. And then switch gears again and kind of pivoted towards that a little bit more. So,
So on the lesson side, do people come out with their own horses, or do they come out and ride your horses?
So we
we've
do
had
both.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we kind of like at first that we like specialized in like people with their horse problems and horses with their people problems, right? Because that's a thing for sure. We have more people problems than horse problems.
Yeah, that tends to be the problem. So people.
Yeah.
When we first started out, that's actually what we mostly did was, you know, people working with their own horses and like building their relationships and those connections. But we do have horses available, like our horses, that we do lessons with for like complete beginners that don't have horses.
Then it was also because we didn't have insurance.
So I was gonna leave that out. So when we first started, we did lessons with people and their horses because when we this is before we started the LLC and everything. We were just doing lessons with people and their horses, so we weren't liable. And then when things got real serious and people wanted to do lessons like on our horses that didn't have horses, we were like, oh crap, okay, we need to get insurance. And then for our training clients, even we needed to have insurance on the property for that, and you know, for people's horses, you know, horses do stupid stuff.
Yeah.
So
do people. Yeah.
Well, but horses, like, you know, they'll just stick their leg through a fence. And I'm like, how did you hurt yourself in here? How did you get out of here? This gate was locked. Like, what did you do?
The horse
just this morning.
Yes, I heard about that.
Oh,
Katie told me about that.
The horse that I had in high school before I had him, there was a story that came with him, is that he found in some field like a chip bag. And of course, curious, gotta go stick your face in it. And it got like stuck on his face and he would like run around the field with that chip bag stuck on his face. So that was before I had him.
I would rather have the curious horse than the horse that's terrified of everything, because sometimes that grocery bag will kill you.
It's the scariest thing.
So those things are dangerous.
So you evolved from training people with their horses to training people on your horses to taking people on trail rides. Is this correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
The trail rides were kind of always like the end goal, even with people and their horses, you know. We were like, we're going to get you comfortable in a round pen and an arena and then in a corral in our pasture, and then we're going to go hit the trails. It was like building blocks, right? That's what everybody wants to do in Montana, right?
Right.
You know, go on an adventure in the woods. Like that's where it's at.
We've only had one person walk into this office and say, "Where can I see a horse?" And I'm like,
Where can they see one?
They just want to look at one. And I'm like, well, this will be interesting. I don't know. Head out on 13.
Best
of luck to you.
Best of luck.
I love that.
Easy.
So people they have this enamored vision of what it looks like to be in Montana, and it usually involves a cowboy hat and sitting on a horse.
Yep.
But you can't just get on a horse sometimes and go out on the trail, as City Slickers has taught us, and many other movies before that.
Yeah.
So what kind of riding are we doing on the trail?
So we try it. So like when people call us and say they want a tour, like we want to know what experience they are at with horses. Most of them are complete novices, so we have to have really good horses that are going to take care of them. And we have that. We have awesome horses that take really good care of anything. We've had it all. Like if you wonder, we've had criers, we've had people almost fall off. We've had people fall off. Anything horrible you can imagine, but there's only so much you can do. We have the best horses for it. But then like if people, like depending on what kind of ride they want to go on, like we can go on a wide trail that's just very easy, you know, but then we can go weave through some trees and cross some creeks, jump over some logs. You know? We're not really jumping. We're not doing that with tours.
Very slow.
But we've had people ask, okay, I jumped that log. Like, girl, you're not there.
You can step over
Only
it,
one
and
of
then
you
you
is
can
actually
tell
going
people.
over.
I want the horse to step over the creek, and I want the horse to step over the log. If you're jumping, you're doing something wrong. Please don't do that.
It'll step over, but you can tell people you jumped it.
You can tell them whatever you want.
We'll back you up with that story.
I just barely missed the picture. Dang it.
When you say you have really good horses for that take care of people, what makes a great trail horse?
Our horses are such proven trail horses. We take them through some BS because we're always going on adventures and we're going off trail or we're trying to find trails.
Okay.
And we've gotten ourselves in some messes doing that before too.
Yeah, for sure.
We've gotten
Us
lost.
and our horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have very proven horses because we take them through some stuff, you know.
Yeah.
How many horses are we talking about? Like, because there is also a romantic vision of owning a horse. And then there's the reality of how much work it actually takes to own a horse.
No, that's not real. You should just buy horses.
Yeah.
So it's different for us because we ride horses for a living now. But like, you know, when I had like a day job and I had horses, then it's more work and you don't get a ride as much as you think when you have a full-time job, you know. And in the winter, you know, it's dark by 5 o'clock. Yeah. You know. So like you got the weekends maybe depending on the weather, especially in Montana. But we get a ride we're very blessed. We get a ride all the time now.
Yeah, so we've got 9
we've got 9 like client horses. Horses we can trust anybody with.
Really. Okay.
And then we've got a couple that still need to be started.
That's more of a fall winter thing for us. We're too busy during the season.
And then we have let's see, I think we have 5 right now. 5 that are boarding with us. So they're at our place here in town. We do boarding too. And then we usually have at least 2 or 3 that we're training at any given time too. So
I think we have more. We have like 5 or 6 now
that you're training.
We do.
So yeah, we've been taking them up to Highwood where we do the tours, a lot of the tours, and they just hang out with our horses. And usually Gabriel or I, depending on where they are at, will ride those during the tours, and we leave all the good horses for the rest of them.
Yeah. Do these, so the Highwoods is known to have really all kinds of animals that you could expect to see in the wild. I mean, mountain lions, bears, whatever.
And mountainous terrain.
Mountains. Yes.
Yep.
How do the proven trail horses respond, or have you encountered or heard like a mountain lion cry, things like that? How do those horses respond?
We had actually at one of the cabins we're staying at, we had a mountain lion hanging out on the bridge by the creek.
Oh, wow.
And he was there about 3 times we saw him, 3 or 4. And he was hanging out on the bridge, like where we crossed to like go to our vehicles.
Yeah.
And we actually had a tour out there. A guy came out and he was getting a little saddle sore. So we stopped at the cabin to take a break for a minute. And he went to go to his vehicle in the middle of the day and it was sitting by the bridge. And so he came back up to the cabin.
He was like, "How many dogs do you guys have?"
Oh, gosh.
We were like 4.
So, and that's the other thing.
He's like, "Are they all here?"
We do take all the dogs with us. We have 4 dogs that go on the trail with us. Anytime we ran into bears anywhere in St. Mary and up in Highwood, Fort Shaw, we've had the dogs with us, and they have chased the bears off. We've never had an issue with it. We've never had to use bear spray. We've never had to shoot them or anything like that. They've never come after us. And the mountain lion, for the most part, left us alone. We didn't really like it.
Yeah.
Nobody likes it.
But
because they kind of stalk you.
They're
cats.
very big cats that are creepy.
Well, and after it happened, like, oh my gosh, I was like, I grabbed the gun. I look like, I don't even know. I'm like there by myself and I got the gun and I'm like running. I'm looking everywhere. I'm like, where is it? Like anything in the bushes rustles. It's just my dog. Oh God, I almost shot him. Like, I'm just waiting for this thing to come after me. And then like after a few days, I forget about it. I'm comfortable walking through there again. And then we see it again and I'm like, dang it. I can't leave the cabin. I can't leave without anybody with me. I'm not leaving.
So you hinted to it already. You do trail rides up in the Highwood Mountains, but you have other locations where people can experience a horse ride that isn't just that. So delve into that a little bit.
So we have some folks that that we've worked for training horses, and then I guess also some lesson clients too that have some private property here in Great Falls. So it's not quite as mountainous and I guess like if you were looking for that perfect Montana picture, like the mountain streams and stuff like that, and but
more enchanted forest.
It's and that spot's down next to the river. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of that's like a really good spot for us. Actually, we've had a lot of people give us good compliments there. Lots of deer down there, lots of wildlife, lots of stuff going on.
It's got to just be perfect this time of the year too, with those fall
all
colors.
the fall colors.
Yeah.
So gorgeous.
I'm such
gorgeous.
a fall girl.
Yeah.
I love
Hot take.
Yeah.
Well, and it's more pleasant to ride in too.
Yeah, because it's not
as
blazing hot.
Yeah.
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 Now, do you do trail rides in the winter and stuff as well?
It's weather permitting. I mean, if there's 6 feet of snow, which we don't really get that anymore, but we're not gonna do that. And we stick to the trails in Great Falls in the winter. Like if we get a 40, 50 degree day and we're like, let's go out. You know, it's not super windy and it's sunny out, and that's like sunbathing weather once winter hits, you know.
Right? Yeah, it's amazing how warm 50 feels.
Yeah, like
winter.
we're like, it's 60 degrees, so we got to turn it up, and then like, you know, when it's way down there, you're like, it's 50 degrees. This is nice,
right? Do you have any indoor arena space that you use for lessons or anything?
So we
in the winter?
do. We have used the 406 Arena and Kings Arena for lessons. We actually did the 406 quite a bit last year. We were boarding there last year, and we were training horses in there through the winter, and we were doing lessons in there through the winter. But there's like open riding schedule and all that stuff to kind of work around now. It's so like people, you know, they try to book with us, and we have to also check the schedules at the arenas too. So, but we do that in the winter.
Okay.
Nice.
Sometimes that's like the only way you can ride.
For sure.
It's probably my least favorite. I hate arena
but it's
riding.
still riding.
It is.
Yeah.
You can make it fun. You know, you can set up patterns and obstacles and stuff on the horses, and that's like perfect for lessons anyway.
I think this year we probably rode more in the rain than we have.
Yeah. Even through the summer, we had a lot of rain this year.
There was a lot of storms.
It was weird.
I only say that because our lawn is green, not just here at the office, but at my house. And
still green.
that is not something that ever happens here. So it has been a little bit of a moist, soggy summer.
I'm okay with it.
Which
there
is
was
good.
less fires,
good.
you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was nice. And then you also have unique experiences up in the St. Mary's area, which is near Glacier. Glacier National Park.
Well, so we're not.
No?
I don't think we're going to be doing that anymore.
Just
So
kidding. Nope,
that
sorry.
was a
part.
joke.
Just kidding, Jeff.
So it was a huge issue
You
because
missed
we
the
had we had lesson people here in Great Falls, and then we were trying to do the tours in St. Mary, and we were driving back and forth every other week. And with the lessons, it was like, you know, not as consistent, and it was super expensive driving back and forth with loads of horses. We were probably spending $1,200 minimum a month just on fuel alone.
Oh my goodness.
Driving back and forth.
That's too much.
Yeah.
No, and I mean, if you get enough tours, you know, it kind of, I mean, it was a super awesome experience. Like, it was beautiful. We had so much fun riding up there. I think we had more fun riding up there on our own than we did with tours, because we could go on real like full day rides, you know. Most people who are doing tours can barely handle the half day. So
Right.
Yeah. 2 hours is about where most people are like, okay, I think my legs are good.
Is that the average trail ride then? Is about a 2 hour trail ride, whether it be up in the high woods or down here in the beautiful
that's our
area?
most popular for sure.
Okay.
Especially for people who don't ride.
Okay.
Because you get sore from it, you know, if you don't do it all and we forget about it because we ride all the time. So it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't work anymore, I guess.
And then you just recently added this experience in the high woods in addition to the trail rides that happen up there. You do have some cabins that can be rented and have some random connection to Charlie Russell.
So we have the historic cabins. It's a Stephenson's ranch. And they have 1,300 acres all around.
About that, yeah.
And they actually, so we met this couple doing a tour in St. Mary.
Okay.
They were like our third or fourth tour up there, and then they got to talking about their place, and like, they're like, oh yeah, we live in the Highwoods. Like, oh God, we're from Great Falls. We should come see you next time we're in town, you know. And we did. And we got up there and it like dumped. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It just poured rain and then it stopped like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes later. And we still went for a ride in our chaps and everything. And that was super, super fun. And then they wanted us to take their son out a couple weeks later. And then they were like, oh, we have all these cabins. Like, you're welcome to stay. And that weekend we were like, oh, yeah, we got lessons in town. We got to go back. And next time we'll come up and we'll stay. And they made it sound like these cabins were just like, I mean, just
sheds.
Yeah,
pretty much.
They just made it sound like they were just, nothing to them. And we got there and we were like, oh my God, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, there's an outhouse, but like there's a shower, there's a sink. I mean, you can do the dishes inside. I mean, the only thing you can't do is,
flush
potty.
Toilet.
Yeah, there's no toilet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just gorgeous. And then they showed us the other cabins. They call it the Hoover cabin, and it's like there's two cabins next to each other, but I call the other one the bunkhouse because it's got like a bunch of bunk beds in it.
Yeah.
And that one does have a bathroom and shower and everything. And I like that one. It's cool.
Yeah.
And then they're all really cute. I love staying in any of them, really.
Yeah.
But
Pretty cool. So the old cabin they got the property in 1913 and it was already there. It was a homestead cabin before that. I think it was built in 1860.
Wow.
That's really old.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And if you had like been up there in the mountains, like riding around, if you just like imagine somebody trying to like build a cabin up there,
Yeah.
I can't even
then
Get the supplies.
you know what I mean? Like now it's insane.
Wow.
But
well, and they fixed the cabins up 10 years ago, and it actually weird. I found out my uncle did it.
Oh, funny.
But he had to like ride like 3.5 miles on a snow machine every day to work to go work on these cabins and fix them up.
Wow.
So, but he did a great job.
yeah, he did.
He did it really,
did.
really. They
So
look
does it
amazing.
take ride? Is the only way to get to them riding?
So
Horseback?
nope,
then?
you can
Okay.
drive up them.
Yeah.
You need a 4-wheel drive.
Okay,
You need
yeah.
a truck because you do have to cross the creeks,
Mm.
which isn't awful. But
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to do it in my little Elantra, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No, so if you go up in a normal car, you can park just off the road.
And
Yeah.
then you
Okay.
can walk up too.
Okay. Nice.
It's a little bit of a walk, but
Honestly,
not bad.
how bad would the Elantra be underwater if you were to take
I
it
mean,
through?
the water's like this deep.
Oh,
Okay.
But it's
like
really
a foot,
rocky,
maybe.
and I mean, my car's this far off the ground. I mean,
Yeah,
2
you're
inches
gonna
off the
get
ground. You
clearance
know what I
is not
mean?
going-
So,
Okay.
yeah, you definitely need a truck to do it, but it's doable.
Mhm.
When I first got there, I joked about packing all of our stuff up on the horses because I'd get there in my car, and then there's a bridge at each creek to get to the cabins, so we can walk across the bridge up to the cabin. But
Yeah.
it'd take like 15 trips to get all of our stuff up there. I was like, we need a pack horse, and then we discovered we could just drive up there
Like,
and the truck.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Like,
was-
oh, just need a different vehicle.
Yeah, exactly.
After we spent a bunch of money on pack gear.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Well,
Well,
That'll
and
come
I've
in
seen
handy.
those demonstrations of how to load a pack horse, and I'm like, no, this
Yeah.
is not for me.
so we actually another fun, right when we get up there and start like cleaning up all the cabins and everything, the cattle association up there needed somebody to pack salt,
Oh.
and they're like, yes, we have money in the budget. This guy just up and quit us, and whatever. And we were like, well, we could probably fit it in.
Yeah.
And we're already up there anyway, and so we did actually pack salt for them this year, and
Oh,
we're
wow.
probably going to do it next year too.
Wow.
Which is an awesome job.
How much
Super
salt
cool.
are we talking?
Like they're like those 50-pound blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And usually, depending on the horse, you put 2 on each side.
Mm-hmm.
And we have one horse that could do 3 on each side. He's our Zeus.
Big guy.
He's our big.
Oh,
We actually brought
appropriate.
him from Rocky Mountain Treatment Center.
Oh.
Yeah. So
So are you two Great Falls kids, or did you come from somewhere else?
so I'm originally from Washington.
Oh.
Okay.
And I came here when I was 18 to visit. I had some cousins here, my aunt and uncle,
Yeah.
and they talked me into staying. I came here for horses. Go figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had a summer of riding and horses, and I fell in love with Montana and never went back.
Where in Washington?
As I was born in Federal Way, I always say like Seattle area because
Yep.
nobody really knows where anything
Sure.
is, But I lived in Auburn, Buckley, Bonnie Lake,
Okay.
Puyallup, Federal
All
Way.
over Western Washington.
My mom couldn't figure out where she wanted to live.
Hey, she just wanted a bunch of experience.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I hated it because every time I made friends, we moved away the month of my birthday every year.
Oh, no.
So,
man.
But my teenage years, I was in Eastern Washington, Yakima. Sela was the town I lived in. It was a super, super small town next to Yakima.
Gotcha.
Well, then Highwood works for you because if you're good for small towns, I mean, Great Falls is huge.
Yeah.
I really am good with just no people now. We've been spoiled by the cabins in the Highwoods, and I just hate coming to town now.
Yeah.
What about you, Gabriel?
Sorry.
Great Falls is great, though.
Sorry, it really is. I'm sorry. No, I just really like it.
I prefer animals too. It's fine.
Some people just don't like people or big communities. My dad was that way. He wanted to be the next Jeremiah Johnson that would just live in a shack with a dirt floor and have a grizzly bear as a friend. He would be happy never interacting with another human.
I don't think I'd like the grizzly bear, but the rest of it
sounds good.
As long as I can shower, I'd be all right with it.
Yeah, I just know that being up in the mountains like that, coming to town, and we have no traffic. You know what I mean? There's not real traffic.
I know, I always complain about the traffic in Great Falls, and it's nothing. Right? You know what I mean?
No.
And then I go home to Washington, and I'm like, oh, this place is awful.
So yeah, I grew up in Bozeman.
Okay.
And then
an actual person who grew up in Bozeman. You don't find those anymore.
No, there's a reason for that. That place has changed quite a bit.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, for sure. So,
I graduated from Bozeman in '99.
MSU.
Math
Bozeman.
is correct. Yep. And that was the end of the era of what Bozeman actually was. And then it just started to change dramatically after that. But yeah,
I definitely like the kind of slower, speedy Great Falls.
Yeah.
Compared to that, for sure. So yeah, grew up in Bozeman, and then I actually got into quite a bit of trouble when I was younger, and that was how I ended up coming to Great Falls was through the pre-release.
Okay.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, well, how'd you get your life together?" I was like, "Well, federal prison kind of worked for me. I don't recommend it for everybody."
But that's the point, right? It works out real well.
Yeah, it worked out good for me. So that was how I got the job at the treatment center too. I just kept in touch with the owner and stuff while I was gone, and so he told me, if you come back here, you got a job, and that was what I had. So
that's great.
Where it came.
That's an awesome. Well, it is kind of an awesome story.
It is. Yeah.
That's
it's a pretty crazy story. All of it.
Yeah, really.
So, a windy road that ends up onto a great trail.
Yeah, it was nuts. It started out there riding my bike 10 miles each way to get to work out there. And when I first started, it was the fields of weeds and large plots of ground. And he's like, "You see all these weeds?" He's like, "We got to get rid of these weeds." And I was like, "All right, what do you want me to use?" And he gave me a pair of gloves.
Oh,
and I was like, "Okay."
Oh, you're like, this is not what I had in mind.
All right, absolutely. I got it, dude.
Get your browns on.
It did it. Got them all picked, got them all done. It took 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
And then he comes out, he's like, this looks great. He's like, now that all those weeds are gone, I'm seeing a lot of rocks.
Oh no.
It just kept going like that.
Oh no.
But no, they really just took me under their wing out there. And then I guess I was out there for a year, worked my way up to manager of operations or whatever for the ranch. And then before I was ever on a horse, and this old cowboy out there, big shout out to Don Hockett. He put me on a horse one day, and that was it. That was I just couldn't get enough after that. And
so you didn't grow up riding horses?
No, not at all.
Interesting.
No.
Yeah.
Huh.
Gotcha.
No. So
when Don put you on the horse, did he have confidence that things were going to go well, or was he expecting you to be like a fish out of water.
Well, these were client horses for the treatment center. I mean, they were good horses.
It wasn't the Mustang.
Yeah. No.
No, it was not the Mustang.
No. Although I think he might have if he had the chance.
He probably would have.
If he thought he could get away with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without Marsha finding out. You know?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
But, yeah, no, he just kind of talked me into it. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll try. And I think he got a kick out of watching it. And he's definitely enjoyed.
You got to tell him how it went.
Which?
Their first ride. He thought you were dishonest with him.
Oh, yeah. He thought I was lying to him. I was riding bareback and started walking and then started trotting around and starting to go
Your
faster.
Your first time on a horse was bareback?
Yeah.
Wow.
Saddle pad, I guess. But
okay.
I mean,
basically.
same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And he's like, "Oh, you lied to me. You've been on a horse before." And I was like, "No,
Wow.
sure haven't, dude.
Natural.
No."
Natural.
So, and yeah, that's been like the most freeing thing in the world for me. I love horses because when I'm on them, like everything else goes away. Especially if it's a horse that I am like training. Like I need to be present
Focused.
and mindful. And then only one of us can freak out at a time. And
It's never your turn.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that too, you know.
That's so true. That's a great life lesson.
Yeah,
right?
for
With
sure.
any partnership.
Yeah.
We can't both freak out.
Yeah. And then horse
It's never
lessons.
your turn. That's
Horse
it.
lessons are probably the only lessons in my life that I feel like I really only need to learn once. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Yeah, something horrible happens on a horse, and I'm like, I don't need to do that again. And God, I just could not figure it out for the longest. So it's kind of refreshing.
They're good teachers, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
They really are.
You talked about just the fact that there is an equine program that's part of Rocky Mountain Treatment Center, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you talked about the first time you were on it and just the impact it clearly had.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that? What is it about horses, besides them being great teachers, that makes them so addicting and also part of somebody's treatment, and what keeps you coming back day after day for horses?
Hard-hitting journalist over here.
I really enjoy taking horses that people can't ride or enjoy or like even really have like a solid relationship with, and getting them to a place where people can have fun and have that, and be able to like communicate with the horse and have them know what's going on, and having the horse like make the right choices, like they're choosing to be with you and to do these things. We're not real big on, I guess, what folks would call like old school cowboy ways. We don't break horses. That's
we build relationships, connections. It's connection training.
So that's our goal, is to have the horse be in a safe place and be in a place where they can make
it's
the
a
right choice.
mutual relationship. Like they have a choice in it too. Like they want to, they choose to be with you. That's like one thing. Like all of our horses, all of our client horses, like some of them will come and they're really hard to catch, and then we can go catch them on 40 acres. Just walk up to them and pet them and put a halter on them, and it's not a problem at all. All of them just become very friendly.
So I like getting them to a place where other people can like, enjoy the love that comes from horses, and the peace and the excitement too. It's all in there.
They're so smart. Like,
no, it depends on the horse.
Yeah.
If you ask me. See, I'm the bad one. I'm like, yeah, whatever. They're not all good. They're not all equal.
Yeah, they're definitely
fair.
not.
That's fair. Yeah.
So tell us about the products that are offered to visitors who want to come and ride a horse. What are the different trail options, experience options, and then kind of secondary to that, how do they make that happen for them? How do they plan for that? How do they book it? Those type of things. So give us those nitty-gritty details.
We've got 2-hour rides. That's our most popular. And then we have 4-hour rides, or 4 to 6 hour rides. And that usually includes meals and stuff too.
Okay.
And then we do have full day rides. We haven't had anybody do that.
Bold enough to do that
Yeah,
yet?
for sure.
Nobody's done that yet. But I mean, it's available if you guys want to plan for it.
Yeah, I'm sure they're out there.
We do have booking on our website, but I mean, it's just easier to just call us.
Okay.
So we can kind of we have such a tight schedule.
So we do our best to we only do private tours.
Yeah.
So
we don't ever do like, you're never going to go on a tour with 30 people like a lot of people do. It's only private tours. So like if a couple wants to go out, it's just going to be them. You know, if it's you and your daughter, whatever. Or I think the largest group it's like 10 people.
Oh,
10 people. Which is fine.
I wish I knew 9 other people that would ride with me.
Would Robert ride with you?
He would. He's a horse guy, horse guy from way back. But I tried to get a horse when I was on the ranch, but a lot of missteps happened, and I never got one.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I was really close one time, and then she ended up pregnant, and then my cousin got it. So I'm not quite sure.
The horse ended up pregnant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By my cousin's horse?
I haven't really seen hair.
I know,
like, so my horse just gets to go live there now? There was a lot of and I was younger then, so it's like you don't necessarily remember the story.
Yeah.
You just remember you had a horse in the corral that you were feeding, and then it got pregnant and went to live with your cousin. Like that's
That's devastating.
Yeah.
That is so sad.
That's
so
a pretty horrible
there's
story.
a lot of steps here that I'm not connecting all of the dots, but the big picture is there, and I've got a horse.
You didn't get the horse. Yeah.
Wanted one. I was always so close, and then never happened. So
Sad day.
yeah. But Robert is a horse guy, and he had a lot of
So you
horses.
could get him.
He would be fine with it.
Get him out riding.
Yeah.
We should do a staff retreat riding. Callie Jean would love that.
Yeah. She's
Come
a big
on out. Come get the
animal
cabins,
lover.
guys.
Yeah.
Maybe only
him
a
in the
few of us would
bunkhouse.
take it.
Yeah. So yeah, we have the trail rides. We train horses also. We board horses, and then we do the riding lessons. And then with the trail rides, we do have
lodging available.
options for lodging at reduced rates from what everybody else would pay.
So we have like packages
Okay.
for reserving the cabin and your horseback tour.
So if they choose not to do the cabin route and they're just going to book like a 2-hour trail ride,
That's totally fine.
do they show up at a designated place? Do you come pick them up? And
So they'll meet. We send them a pin to where we're at.
okay,
There's no cell service, so
you just have
turn
to.
your GPS on.
Yeah.
Because it's just like off the side of. You'd never know it was there if like you didn't know it was
Yeah.
there.
Wow.
It's very hidden. All of it is very hidden, but. We have our big horse trailer out there, and usually the horses are tied up and saddled, so it's pretty obvious. Like this
At
is
some
where I'm
point, you're
going.
going.
Is this
Connect
the right
those
place?
dots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
We're getting close.
yeah. And like nobody else up there really rides their horses. So like all the ranchers, like they're like, hey, if you guys ever need a horse to ride, I got one I never ride.
Yeah.
Great, good to know.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that. I think they just want free training,
Right.
That's always
No
sketchy.
kidding.
You know
They
what I
just
mean?
want a free tune-up.
Yeah,
Okay.
the first ride of the year is always great.
Those people always they trick you. We've
Yeah.
even leased a couple horses, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this horse is great," and we get them. We're like, "Yeah, this isn't going to work for our clients. No, I'm not training your horse for free."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me. I'm
That's just
he's
you.
the people pleaser.
I'm like,
He'd
oh, we
probably
can
do
make it work. He's not such a bad
I'm like,
guy.
yeah,
He's
we'll just put a
misunderstood.
month of training on
Yeah.
him, and he'll be great. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no,
We're done.
We don't have time for that.
How far in advance do people have to book their experience? And the reason I ask that is we all know that coming up in January is National Plan for Vacation Day,
Yeah.
which then happens like they plan in January and then they show up in April or May or June.
Yeah.
I don't remember the dates offhand. Is that too far in advance? Are we looking at a 2-week window? They've booked the trip. They're going to be in Great Falls. They're like, hey, we got nothing going on this day. A week before they can call. Tell us what the detail. Tell us what you prefer. So you don't fire people.
You could book that far in advance, but with the weather, I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
Some people call us and want to ride the same day. If we have time, if we have the schedules open, we'll do it. A lot of the time, we're getting people in the same day, the next day, or within the week.
Nice.
I'd say we prefer to have at least a week notice, but sometimes we're booked out further than that. So
Okay.
I guess that kind of varies. But
Yeah.
you could definitely book months in advance. With the weather, I probably wouldn't bother.
Yeah. I mean, unless
Honestly.
you were like firmly in next spring. Like
committed.
Yeah,
past,
unless you were like in, like April, May.
Yeah. And
April can be super, you never
so
know
up in the air.
in Great Falls. So
we ride rain or shine.
We
so
do.
If you
but
book
it just depends
you
how
wanna
tough
go,
you are.
We'll be there.
Yeah, it's on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
For our my husband and I's honeymoon, we went to Seattle, and he was super frustrated because it never rained. He's like, I thought we were coming to Seattle, and it just rains all the time.
It usually does,
And I'm like, I'm sorry to disappoint you for this trip. Well, then
take him to the Space Needle, whatever.
Yeah.
We just got back from Alaska, quick trip to Alaska, and it rained the entire time we were in Alaska. And he's like, I wish it wouldn't rain up here. And I'm like, yeah, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So sometimes people, like, it didn't damper us. We're ready to be in rain. It wasn't a big deal. We had our raincoats. I loved it because it was nice temperature. It was so nice.
We've actually had some
50.
really fun rain rides, especially a light rain. There was probably one this year where we got dumped on. That was your buddy and the Enchanted Forest. And I mean, it dumped. It was pouring. We were soaked through our everything. And when we got back,
Memorable though.
oh, it was a beautiful ride too.
It was still a great ride.
It was a really, really great ride. And they were total troopers. That was like a really fun one.
Will there be a time you cancel, or is it always going to be the client who says,
If it's
this is not our jam, this is not what we signed up for?
in the Sub-Zero crap, we'll definitely move that around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Same-
like
same
if
thing with the
we're
heat,
having
too.
if we have like an outdoor lesson and our corral like it dumps rain and it's just a mud hole, we'll reschedule for that. Or if there's thunder and lightning, like I'm terrified of lightning, so I'm like, no, we're not doing it today. Sorry. And usually nobody really argues.
Yeah.
And then what were you gonna say? I heard you saying something.
Heat.
If it's super hot.
Oh yeah. If we're in the 90s, hundreds, I don't want to do that to people, and I don't want to do that to my horses. You know.
Mhm.
That's a lot of stress.
You're asking them to hike up a hill with a freaking 50-pound backpack on. Like if you're like, and it's 90 degrees out, like that's not fun.
Yeah.
That's a lot to ask. And we like to be nice to our horses. They're good to us and they're good to our people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. I have been excited. I'm so glad you guys came and shared about all your stories. So thank you for doing what you're doing to make unique experiences happen in our community. That is top notch. I loved hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
And I really am grateful you came in to share your stories. And if you want to book a trail ride for your next trip here, we've got you covered now. You could too go through the Enchanted Forest and fall in love.
That's how you should market your business.
Oh yeah.
We've joked about it. Go to Rocky Mountain Treatment Center. You might find the love of your life.
They happen in the strangest places. I found mine in a hotel.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah. So
That's what it sounds like.
All right.
So, folks, get your plans made. Start dreaming of your perfect getaway to Great Falls, your perfect vacation to Great Falls, and we're here to help you with that. Visit greatfallsmontana.org, where you will find the Kinder Cowboy on our website, and you can connect with them to schedule your time here. It's just one of those memorable experiences you'll get to have. So, folks, until we see your bright, smiling, happy, healthy, beautiful faces in our fine city, we do hope you're creating amazing memories with your friends and family wherever you might be. See you soon.
We're No Dam Experts is the recorded claims from Great Falls, Montana, covering what you need to know about this amazing damn town. Damn, that felt good.